I know a lot of very successful men, and many of those successful men are extremely unhappy. There needs to be a different way. There needs to be some other choices that we make as men. That's what I'm going to get into today, so let's get started. Now, nearly 60% of marriages end up in divorce. Men commit about 80% of all suicides each year. Countless men have lost their faith. Countless men have given up on their dreams. Something is so clearly wrong, and you know it, and I know it. So don't you think it's time that we reconsider how we live? Don't you think it's time that we find another way to go? We'll focus here for the moment on the successful man. He makes plenty of money, often well over six figures. He's married, but he's in a marriage without joy, and his wife would agree with that too. He has children, but he doesn't know them, and they really don't know him either. And he lies in bed at night wondering, is this it? Is this all there really is? He's not the kind of husband that he knows he should be. He's not the kind of father that he knows he should be. He's not the man that he knows God created him to be. He's angered by the fact that he might have turned into his father, a man he never really knew or even spoke with. He no longer, if he ever did, thinks that God is part of his life. Now, he uses work or exercise to escape, working longer hours to avoid the emptiness that he feels inside. His inner feelings confuse and frustrate him. He questions what's real, what's true. He questions his own identity as a man. He has so many questions about God, about his faith, about what God wants from him. He doesn't even know where to begin. He no longer feels like he has any purpose other than to earn a paycheck, and he's pretty good at that. But he says he can figure it all out, all on his own. But he knows that's a lie. He's considering divorcing his wife if she doesn't do it first. He might have even had thoughts of ending his own life, maybe even thinking it would be a noble way to help those he leaves behind. He knows that he's never come close to living up to his own potential in business, as a father, as a husband, as a Christian. This he knows without question. Everyone who knows him from the outside thinks he has his life together, but he knows the truth. He knows that inside he is screaming out. He's in pain. He's wounded. He feels it every single moment that he's awake, but he won't show it. He knows he can't stay on the same path. He can't continue the walk that he's on. He'll have millions in the bank, but he'll be walking around dead. He'll have a beautiful house, but there will be no life inside those walls. He'll end up alone on his deathbed wondering where it went wrong. He'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on gifts for others, hoping to buy their love and their respect. He'll spend thousands of dollars on himself, hoping to dull the pain and fill the emptiness with toys and hobbies. But he knows that won't work. That's all he knows to try. In his gut, he knows there's hope. He knows there's more. There's something bigger and better than anything he could have ever imagined. Guys, if this is you, if the pain, if the frustration, the confusion, if it has you screaming out enough, then you have a serious choice to make. You can spend the next few decades trying to figure this out, spending 6 or 7 figures of your net worth without getting the fulfillment that you desire. Or you can choose a different path. You can choose to face the pain and commit to never living like that again. You'll choose to live a life by design filled with purpose. You'll choose to stop being the lone wolf, trying to figure life out all by yourself. You'll choose to live a life that provides for your family, creates a powerful bond with your children, grows an intimate and deep relationship with your wife, and most importantly, deepens your faith in a way you may have never thought possible. Doing this, you're choosing to live a significant life and love every single day. If this is you, if this is what you're going to choose, you need to find a group of men who will have your back without judgment. You can't do this by yourself. You need to find a place where you can learn and grow, cutting decades off your learning curve. You don't want to be figuring this out 1 week at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 week at a time. Don't do that. If you don't have an option for that locally, Head over to significantman.com and check out the Significant Man Fellowship. We're a small group of men dedicated to supporting and encouraging one another while we learn and dig deep into what it is that God wants out of our lives. No matter what you decide, you know that repeating what you've done in the past will bring the same results as what you've received in the past. So you've got to do something different. It's got to be time for something new. It's time for you to apply to join us in the Significant Man Fellowship at significantman.com. Head over to the site and apply today. All right, enjoy the next show.